not cheap. This one here is a frilled dragon. And he kind of does the same thing as this bearded dragon. See what they do is they make them frilled dragons. They both these kind of dragons live in Australia. Now this guy here, when he gets scared,
good day, mate.
He'll frill out. He'll take these frills, stick these things out just like this, and he actually will go all the way up to the top of his head, all the way down to the bottom. He does that to actually make his head look about the blackish color, and then he makes himself look big and tough. Now, this guy here, hold on a minute, we'll get this off. Let me show you what you got there. This is what you got. Hello! You're fine. Just walk around a little bit. You're all right. There you go. You're good. Now he's stuck to your head. Look at it. Hold on a minute. We'll get him off there. Hello there. Do you know each other? Hello. Hello. Yeah, see, they both live in Australia, so they're kind of like, hey, I've seen you around. Yeah, walking around the outback. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, you're a pretty good guy. Now, here's what we'll do. We'll bring it around. You can't hold both dragons, but what are you oohing about it? There's no reason to ooh. Now, we'll do this. We'll bring it around. You girls can give it a little pat. See what you think of these guys here. Hold on. Stay right where you're at. Remember, rule number one. I'll bring it around. I promise. You want to pet that little cutie? She feels a little bit like sandpaper, doesn't she? The bearded dragon.
Sydney.
You get to sit down. You get to sit down. Now, here's what we're going to do. Now, if you just saw me, you guys don't be yelling out any answers, okay? We're going to keep it a secret. And, well, you are going to have to guess what it is. Here's how we're going to do it. Real simple.
Dinosaurs.
Now remember. Actually, let me make sure.
I don't know.
Well, I'll give you the hint. Quietest one gets to hold it.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
You lose.
I hope it's not
You
an
lose.
alligator.
No, here, I'll give you a hint, and then it's probably be a pretty easy guess. Now, if you guys just saw me, don't get to guess, and I didn't give you any hints. Hands down. Hands down. Now, here's the deal. What I've got in here does not have scales. It's got skin. Let me give you a better, here's a good hint.
A dinosaur.
In fact, T-Rex. Yes. Actually, it's a velociraptor. Now, how about this? How about if I let this critter give you the hint? See, I'm going to see if I can get him to make a sound. And if he makes a sound, chances are you're going to know exactly what it is. Moo.
Moo.
You got to be super quiet because if it makes a sound, it'll probably only make it once.
You are not going to do it, are you, sweetie?
I'll tell you what it is. Normally, in fact, hold on. I'm going to see if it's going to do it. So I'm going to put that right. There it is. Do it again, sweetie. I'll give you a hint. It's kind of like a very distinct croaking kind of a sound. what?
Owl.
An owl? Yes, that's more of a fruit though, I think. How about it croaks, makes a loud croaking sound? Croaks. What croaks? Frogs croak. What about their cousin? They got a cousin. Toads. Now, how many do you think it's a frog? Nobody thinks it's a frog.
Frogs are amphibians.
Oh, I do this.
How do you know?
No.
How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know?
How many of you think it's a toad?
How do I know? Well, I know.
Well, hello, what else croaks? It's got to be one or the two.
Yep.
Alligator, where do you guys get alligators
My
croaking?
great uncle croaked.
Yeah. Let's see. He said, I don't want this little guy to hop over there, so we're going to do this. We're going to get, wait a minute. Frogs? I forgot. Frogs croak. Toads croak. But I forgot about alligators about this big croak too. Yay! I'll give you a big old croak too. Nah. Well, yeah, you just saw me. That was easy. Now, here's the deal. Alligators and crocs will both make a very loud croaking type of a sound. The reason is that's what they do when they're little as a way to call their mommy. See, when they're small, they can't really defend themselves against bigger animals that might want to try to hurt it or kill it, even eat it. Well, guess what? They let out that sound as a way to call mom. Because see, mom, she's one of the few reptiles in the world that actually will care for her babies for a few years. In fact, usually reptiles, if they lay eggs or they give birth to their live young, guess what? Those babies are on their own. Mom just kind of leaves them go and they have to kind of defend themselves from the first time they're born. But alligators and crocs, moms kind of hang out for a long time to make sure they grow to be big, strong gators and crocs. Now, they can hear that croaking sound for about a half a mile away. So if their little babies are croaking, guess what? Mom will usually hear it. Mom comes running. Mom takes care of whatever's trying to eat it. Now, I will need somebody to help hold the gator, but wait a minute. I think we forgot something. Did you think that we were needing to tape up the mouth maybe?
No.
Let's think about this. Alligators and crocodiles actually have the strongest bite pressure out of any creature in the world. When this gator gets fully grown, which will be about 12 to 14 feet, unless it lives a really, really, really long time, because they can actually live close to 200 years.
Whoa.
And guess what? If they get that old, then you're talking like a 20-footer. But normally, on an average, about 50 to 60 years life, and they will get about 14 feet. But when they get that big inside that mouth, they will actually have about 3,000 plus pounds of biting pressure. So guess what? Whatever a gator or croc gets a hold of doesn't get away. That's the strongest bite out of any creature in the world. What about a great white shark? Steve, that's only got about 1,000 pounds worth of bite pressure. So when this guy gets big, his bite pressure will be over 3 times that of a big white shark. 2.5 years. Now, what we need to do is simple. We need to tape the mouth. And then we can hold it. You can see all that bite pressure is on the way down. They can barely open up their mouth, so all it takes is a little bit of even Scotch tape to tape that mouth shut. I got my phone in that pocket. Tape is in this pocket.
Yeah, let's put the phone in.
Now let's tape it up with
That's it. Maybe it's in your little tiny pockets.
You know what I did?
What about a hyena?
For bite pressure?
Yeah.
Good answer, buddy. You know why? There's basically a big 3-way tie for second place. White sharks, hyenas, and alligator snapping turtles. Good answer.
Good answer, Sid. All right, all right.
People don't realize how much hyenas, they can crunch bone. They can bite and crack bone with their teeth.
Yeah, this.
Now, we need to do something to make sure this gator doesn't bite anybody.
How come it didn't do it at the other party then? It's not at the other party.
Different critter. So we can do this. I know what we'll do. I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him. Usually this will work. All right. Do me a favor, buddy. Don't be biting anybody today. We got a deal here.
Looks like it's very like.
What do you mean no? Do we have a deal? Here's what we need to do. We need to cover up his ears. Make sure. We need to make sure he knows who's boss. All right. Here's the deal, buddy. I'm in charge. Okay? Do you agree with that? Don't make me give you one of these. See, watch. See, he knows that if he gets me too mad, I just give him one of these and he'll be knocked out cold. Isn't that right? I guess I gotta show him who's boss. You ready, buddy? I'll knock you cold. You ready? You just got to make sure he knows who's boss. Now that he's knocked out cold, we can hold him. Who's going to hold him? It looks like he's awake again. That's not good. But you know what? I was just tricking you. See, I can do all kinds of silly things with him, and he'll fall right back. Like I can go over here and do like take out my little goo. Here's the thing. Alligators, we actually don't need to tape up a little gator's mouth as long as the gator gets held alive. See, if you get a gator when it's really small, this is an American alligator, there's all different kinds, but if you get them when there's the hatchlings and they're just born about this long, you hold them a lot, guess what? You're going to have a very nice little gator. That doesn't mean you can buy a alligator for a pet. No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that gators will actually be quite nice when they're little if you hold them. But as soon as they get about 4.5 to 5 years old, they're actually old enough to be a mom or a dad gator, that's when they turn on you. That's when they're going to get mean and nasty. Now, I do have a couple of Nile crocodiles, but guess what? If I bring the Nile crocodiles out, I have to tape up the mouth because crocs are different. They're always mean, doesn't matter how much you hold them. Now, this guy is not going to bite you. In fact, I always say you got a better chance of me biting you than the gator. See, watch. See, I'll bite you before the gator will. He still ain't going to bite. You going to bite? No. Who's going to help me? Right there. Stand up, partner. So one hand right here, one hand way back here underneath the tail. And just balance. That's all you got to do. You don't even have to squeeze. All you do is just kind of balance the gator. See, piece of cake. Who else is going to help with this? You know what you like? Stand up.
You and I now
one here. And one way up here. The other hand way up here, sweetie. Way up here.
How do you tell the difference? How do you tell the difference between a gator and a crocodile?
Coloration, size of the head, base of the tail. Yeah.
If he's got his mouth around your head, he's a croc. That's a croc.
Now put together fine-looking boots.
You know what? I actually I caught a little bit of trouble a while back. I got a pair of East Diamondback rattlesnake boots, and I got a little trouble for that once for having those.
Okay.
I mean, alligators. Crocodiles are just like
Go to the point, okay.
The size of the head, alligator's always going to have a longer head, and the base of the tail is going to be a lot narrower. It's going to be thinner. Oh, she ain't going to. She'll hold it. Now see what? We always do this. If they're not real sure, first we start with a little pat on the back of the head.
I'm just
Little pat, little pat.
one chance.
Well, you saw that one guy on the email. He broke his arm. He went in a death roll with his arm in his mouth.
hard. You ready, buddy? You can do it. You can do it. Now put this in. Use your muscles. Look at that.
I got it. Hold on, I'll pass it. I'll pass it.
Now, who didn't get a chance yet?
Steve, the crocodiles get pretty big though, don't they?
You know what? It's kind of an old wives' tale as far as how big the crocs will get. Nile crocs get very large, about 16 feet. But it's really kind of a misconception about how big a different gators will get. American gators, 12 to 14 foot is a good sized gator.
Well, I've seen on the Nature Channel or whatever it is, National Geographic, you know, they eat like some animal coming to the water to drink, you know, in the Africa one, or whatever they are. I mean, it's some big animals.
The neat thing about reptiles is they continue to grow their whole life. So the older they get, the bigger they get. They're not like most animals where they hit a certain size and then they just stay that size. And even us, our vertebrae start to get a little shorter over the years. Reptiles grow their entire life. So if you get a big 20-foot Nile, a big 20-foot gator, that's an old gator. That's an old.
Those are gators or crocs?
What's that?
Crocodiles or gators?
Both. Yeah. No.
Sid's birthday time.
How about a pet? You just go like this. Hey, Greta. Did you hold it?
No,
You hold it. I promise it ain't. Look at this. I don't even do this. Look at this.
He's funny.
Well, he is funny.
Now. Here. See? Oh, he's real, all right. Let's do this. You're gonna You got it. No.
like a baby.
Now, here's what we're here. I'll let you two guys hold him. Now, inside that mouth, there's a lot of teeth, and you know what? Gators and crocs will actually lose over 1,000 teeth in their life.
I got their back, I don't got their front holding it.
Now, here's what I need. I need somebody that can be super quiet, Russ, and can tell me
It's not okay. You
if
should be with the party.
they can keep a secret. Can you keep a secret? You sure? Alright, let's do that.
I didn't tell about my daddy.
Come way over here. Oh, not you people. You people gotta sit back. Now, you all have to stay sit back. Remember the line of death? Right here. You gotta stay on this side. Ah, it's a fun line, actually.
Sydney, Sydney, come on.
Here's what. No, we got to
Sid.
scoot back. Come on, everybody back. Everybody back. Now, all she's got to do is step over here. Don't say, I know you know. Don't say. All I want you to do is look in this basket. Wait a minute. And don't tell anybody what you're going to see. You got to keep it a secret. Ready? Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is like a little baby bunny rabbit, little cute and cuddly. By the way, if you don't like baby bunny rabbit, or if you don't like snakes and lizards and stuff, I did bring a rabbit for everybody that doesn't like that stuff. Now, here's the deal. This, though, is not the rabbit. I will tell you this. If a rabbit, because those are cute and cuddly, was like a number 1, and a grizzly bear was a number 10, how scary, what number would you give that thing? 6, kind of in the middle. Now, I need a volunteer to play a little game. Who should we pick? I know who we should pick. See, here's the deal. We're going to play a little game called Deal or No Deal. But here's the problem. You have to be a little older to play Deal or No Deal. You know why? No, here's the problem.
No deal.
You can't be a little kid and get
What
on the
is
game
this
show.
game?
There's laws
Deal or no
against
deal?
that. So we gotta
Something
find
with
somebody a
something
little older
else?
to play.
I don't know.
Crocodile.
Sid, come here.
You know what I
This is the
always
one he
find
did with
funny?
Mom at Cub Scouts.
I always like to
Remember?
pick the people
Yeah.
that like to volunteer other people.
Think he...
You think it's funny, don't you? Come on, right up front and center, right there. Right there. Stand right, don't tell him. That's fine. You can stand there, you're going to have 2 turns. Everybody's going to have a turn. Now, here's what we're going to do. We are going to play Deal or No Deal. Here's how we're going to play. I am going to show her something. She will then decide if she wants to deal or no deal. Deal means she wants to hold the thing I'm going to show her. Or she can say no deal. If she says no deal, then she has to hold the thing that you saw that you said is number 6. See, I'm going to show her something totally different. Not the same thing that she saw. And don't you eyeball me. You keep looking. See, now I'm going to be smart and put these on.
Mom about it.
Where are you going? Get back.
My mom said yes.
Don't tell her what it is. I'm going to surprise her. Don't. Are you eyeballing me? You eyeball me one more time. Here's the deal. You eyeball me one more time, I'm going to start taking everything I got, putting it right on your head.
Oh.
You won't watch her. She eyeballs me, you tell me.
Show them to him.
Everything will go on her head if she starts doing that stuff.
So you can't do that with the eyes. You can't rip out the eyes and show them to him.
Don't tell her what it is. Don't tell her. I'm going to bring it up and surprise her. What number would you give this thing, sweetie?
Big 7.
Big 7. What's rule number 1? We're all sitting down. Not laying down, and sit down. Now, before she makes her decision, I need to tell her this. If you decide to hold this, first rule, you don't get to wear my gloves. You have to hold them on your bare hands. And by the way, you can try to be cute and like pull your jacket down because I guarantee you the fangs will go right through that jacket. So you can do that if you want. Now, here's the other thing I think I need you to kind of know. I'm not kidding. I was actually bit by my cobalt tarantula about a year and a half ago, I guess now. And it put me in St. Anthony's Hospital for a day. I still got a little scar on my left wrist to prove it. I actually got bit by my cobalt tarantula. So, and by the way, cobalts are a level 2 venom. It's kind of like getting bit by an eyelash viper or a copperhead. Not real fun. Kind of hurts. Not to mention, cobalt tarantulas don't just bite and release. They bite and they sink their fangs in and they envenomate for about a minute. So I had to actually pull his fangs and him off of my skin. What are you saying? Oh, did you say you wanted to hold it?
I want to tell you something.
Oh, well, hold on. I gotta ask you. I got a question first. Deal or no deal?
At camp, I'm known as the spider killing queen. Do you really want to let me hold your pet?
I can tell you this. You hurt this little guy. Let me think. You make a wrong movement like I did with a cobalt tarantula. Guess what? You're gonna get bit. Deal?
No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal. Now, she was pretty quick with that no deal answer. She did not let me finish. What I was going to say was, I was bit by my cobalt tarantula. It did put me in the hospital, but you didn't let me finish. I was going to say, this is not my cobalt tarantula. See, this is just a Chilean tarantula, and these guys are like super nice. In fact, do you know how many deadly tarantulas there are in the world? 0. See, people always go, wait a minute, Steve, there's deadly tarantulas. No, there's deadly spiders, but guess what? None of them are actually truly classified as a tarantulatus or a tarantula. See, there's all different kinds. There's over 200 different kinds of tarantulas, but guess what? Those tarantulas, the highest level of venom they get is a level 2, and to be considered deadly, you gotta have a level 3 or 4. 4 is the highest. And no tarantula gets up to a level 4. Now, the deadliest spider in the world definitely has a level 4. And he is called the... Not even in the top 10. Did you know it comes all the way from Australia? It's called the Sydney funnel web spider. Where are you going? And there's actually only 2 Sydney funnel web spiders in the entire St. Louis area. There's only 2 permits that have been given out to actually keep one of those. Guess who's got one of those spiders? Yeah, but he cannot come out to play. That is a very deadly little critter. He can't come out. But if you want to help me hold this little guy, he's not going to hurt anybody. You going to do it? You want to try it? Put your hands out. He's cute.
Oh, your shoe. You're doing a trip.
Ross, be gentle.
A creepy crawler, sure. Hold on. Don't move yet. Whoa. Don't move. He is not going to hurt. Do me a favor. Everybody that's around him, scoot back. Everybody that's around him, scoot back. He's not going to hurt you, but if this guy falls, they can just move your legs out. He can actually hurt himself. Yeah, tarantulas are actually 80% air. And an 8 to 10 inch fall will normally kill a tarantula. Okay. Hold on.
Ross, sit back, guys. Ross, you got to sit down, honey. You guys, don't crowd the tarantula. What's that? Can't hear you.
Some little animals could die if you crowd them.
Oh.
She wants to play Pinky Poo, huh?
The one with the cushion on it?
I'm looking.
Jake B, don't hurt her.
She wants to do that. That's fine.
Jake B, you can let go over now.
Let go, JC.
Do you have any idea what's on your head? No, it ain't a tarantula. Would you believe you have a Pandinus imperator, which, by the way, is a West African scorpion about that big sitting right on the back of your head. Yeah. She's so happy. Look at her. Now, the hard part is getting him off without a major sting and envenomation. Hold on. Oh, he doesn't want to leave your head. We're going to have to do one of these here. Oh, look how cute! Show him how easy it is. Look what it's called. Get him out there. joy. Come on, put it out there. You still got to do it. The head don't count. That was for peeking. Yeah, the head was for peeking. There you go. Okay. Now, these are actually the world. You're doing a great job. These are actually the world's largest species of scorpion. Now, yeah, these things can actually get up to 8 inches. That's a big scorpion. Now, I got it. Or you want to hold it. I mean, you can keep it. You want to like pet it for a while. You want me to take it? There, we got it right back. Now, here's the thing. Now you can go back and sit.
Yay!
You would say, wait a minute. Is that a venomous scorpion? You betcha. Just like all spiders, all scorpions are venomous. But
She crying?
just like that tarantula we had out,
She's
this venom
dying
is no worse than that of a
tears
honeybee.
of Venus.
So
Tears
this
of
venom
joy.
is not very strong. But here's an easy way to tell. If you have a whole bunch of different
Sammy.
kinds of scorpions running around,
You
here's
alright?
how you tell which one is really deadly from the ones that don't have much pop to their venom at all. See how big his claws are? Well, guess what? On a scorpion, the bigger those claws, the less venomous it is. As the claws get smaller, the venom level goes up. All the way till you get to this one scorpion that lives in Egypt, and he's called the Death Stalker. Yeah. And the Death Stalker scorpion, guess what? He's got a really nasty venom. In fact, did you know nobody in history, we've never known of anybody in history to ever survive the sting of a Death Stalker. Even if you get rushed to the hospital, because there is no medicine, no antivenins for that particular venom. So as far as we know, nobody's ever lived through it. You'd have to be a nut to keep a Death Stalker as like a pet.
I wonder who has one.
There's only 2 in St. Louis, and guess who's got one of them too? Yeah. Yeah. And I can't just keep the deadliest scorpion in the world, I gotta keep the top 2 deadliest, so I also keep the West African black-tip thick-tailed scorpion. He's almost as bad as a Death Stalker. But you can live if you get rushed to the hospital and you get antivenin. The only problem is, there is no antivenin in the St. Louis area for that scorpion. Yeah, I have to go all the way to Arizona State University for that, and I don't think I'm going to make it. So, who's going to help me with it? But this is not a Death Stalker. This is a simple little guy.
That was my nickname for a long time.
Go in the corner, the girls behind the piano. He's not going to bring it over.
Seriously, cheer it up. Cheer it up.
Mary Suzanne, your kids are so scared of these.
Move this back.
If it's like the most deadly snake in the world, then it's gotta be a horned viper. Those things are so vicious.
You want to? Yeah? No? Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. I don't think she wants to hold this, but I bet I do know what she might want to hold. Now, here is the best. that's just the scorpion. I gotta take him out, and I gotta take this guy out. Now,
What's that? Oh.
here is what you might get a chance to hold if you want to. Who thinks they might want to hold a snake? I'm finding the quietest hand raisers. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I think I better tell you this before. And if you want to put your hands down, you can. But if you want to think you might want to hold a snake, keep them up. But now let me tell you this. If you want to hold this snake, I'm not kidding. In the year 2004, this snake came in at number 8. Number 8 for killing people. Yes, he did. In the year 2004, this little guy here, his species of snake, came in at number 8. He's normally always in. He's normally always in the top 15 most dangerous snakes in the world. You know what he's also usually in the top 7 or 8 for? Being mean and aggressive. That pretty much means that this kind of snake loves to bite. It loves to lurch out and get a hold of anybody that tries to mess with it. See, he's very dangerous, he's very mean, and I saw a lot of hands going down. Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you though? If this was a normal one of these, I wouldn't let you hold it. But I happen to have one of 11 known nice ones of these. No kidding. For my adults, this is actually my most expensive critter in the collection, and it is unbelievable. You know what it is. He was just asking me before we started, do you have one of these kinds of snakes? And then the first thing he said was, I know that you can't hold it because they're so mean. They are. They are one of the most mean, aggressive kinds of snakes in the world. But about 1.5 years ago, a nice one came up for sale. Now, hold on.
Did he get out?
Now, the excreted bone. Hold on just a second.
Excreted bone.
See, snakes, their bone and their urine are actually in 2 separate sections of the digestive system. Bone is actually thrown into a separate system. Normally, if they urinate, they will excrete bone and urine, and then they'll defecate at other times. But it looks like all she did was just excrete bone this time, which isn't too bad. By the way, it's only the largest kind of snake in the world, but this is a baby. And normally the green anaconda is a mean, nasty snake. But she's going to. Probably. Oh, this one. this, you can't get this. She's hardly. Here's the thing. This snake is a green anaconda. There are 3 different kinds of anacondas. One of them is rare, called a blotched. The other one is called the yellow, and then you got this kind, which is the green. Now here's the thing, when you're talking about anacondas, people usually are talking about the green. And if you're going to be an anaconda, do you want to be a boy?
No.
You want to be a girl. Because the girl green anacondas are the big ones. You're looking at a girl. Now the neat thing with the girl green anacondas is this. Do you know that only 1 out of every 10 green anacondas born is a girl? Nature does it on purpose. For my adults, the reason, usually females will not mate unless they get into a mating ball, which consists of about 10 male snakes. So nature purposely makes only 1 out of 10 green anacondas a girl. So it would be really special if you had a docile girl. That's what I got. Out of those 11 known paperwork docile green anacondas right now in captivity, this is one of only 3 that is actually a girl. So she is very, very special. She is going to get around 20 to 24 feet long, and she will weigh around 300 pounds. When she is that large, she will actually eat believe it or not, I will feed her what actually bigger than the pigs I feed my largest snake. She will actually get fed around 80-pound pigs. Now, guess what though? That's nothing. See, in the wild, green anacondas have actually been known to attack, kill, and eat full-grown Amazon crocodiles. You're talking about a snake that can swallow